It's your boy Papa Duck. You see me? Yeah, add this to your playlist. Check that. Yeah. Sim Zima. No, nigga, I don't try no beamer. I'm from Florida, where they ride big donks and sell quarters. And the women, yeah, the women, they dress skimpy and they try to look pretty, walking they Frenches. And by the way I talk, y'all should've know that. 10 stacks blow that, got it nigga, where all my Zoes at. You see that pretty team? Yeah, that's my black queen. She love oxtails, dumpling, cabbage with rice and peas. Yeah, that's that Florida shit. Don't fuck with these Florida chicks. I'ma tell you now, my nigga, watch who you arguing with. Cause these jits are up and kill you, don't care about going to prison. And all this fake religion got niggas not paying attention. I'm just trying to tell you, bro, but don't let me scare you, though. Soon as you go to court, shit, you already know. We gotta pray for these jits, so fuck the Constitution. Now put your fist in the air for the people's revolution. You see me? Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, we gon' be alright. Everything gon' be alright. I promise you that.
Let's go.
What's happening? First of all, I want to say this, right? I want to apologize, you know what I'm saying, because I had some personal things in my family that happened. If y'all know, you know what I'm saying. One of my favorite cousins, like my brother. This is my mama's sister's son. That he passed, so I had to regroup. You know what I'm saying. So I want to give a shout out to Frog. Some of y'all may know him as Red, man. We lost a real good one. Real good one. You feel me? I ain't gonna speak too much on it, but it's all good. You know, I had to get through that, and I appreciate everybody that's, all the bros that came through from the repast, the funeral, and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because when you lose somebody like that, man, that touched a lot of people. We're gonna definitely keep his name alive. Y'all watch out for the documentary that we got coming, so the world can see what type of person he was. But I do apologize for not being present on the podcast. So, life be life. So let's get right to it. Today's podcast, if you've seen the thumbnail, you already know what it's about. But before we get started, right, I definitely got to let y'all know this is sponsored by UbuntuApparel.com. Y'all see it right there. Go to the website. I got it on right now. You know what I'm saying? If you see this olive is popping with the hat game and all that. We just got the female biker sets. You know what I'm saying? And we got female dresses and stuff like that. I also want to give a big shout out to everybody that on my birthday when I posted, all I wanted was for y'all to go to the website, man. I'm trying to get it going more. But for the ones who went and ordered, thank y'all so much. I cannot thank y'all enough. That's all I wanted. Like I say, there was an idea that we came up with, and I just want to see it come to light. And I need y'all help to make that happen, and y'all came through as always. So thank y'all so much. UbuntuApparel.com. Please hit the website. Grab your hat, sweater, or fit, man. Just show love. That's all we ask. First order of business, we do got a guest tonight. Well, he ain't really no guest, you know what I'm saying? Stopped through, and we doing our thing. Y'all know how we do it. We coming at their ass all the time, you know what I'm saying? So tonight, we got President Page in the motherfucking building.
What's happening?
Y'all already know what time
Yes,
it is,
sir.
you know what I'm saying? We go way back years. For y'all who y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Years and years we've been putting in work on the road, getting to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we still doing it. Also tonight, y'all know, we got Please Believe It, Steve.
Y'all know I'm gonna check in, but I ain't checking out though.
Y'all
feel me?
Definitely.
Y'all know I'm here,
Definitely, man. So yeah, man. First order of business, we're gonna get to it. The election. You know what I'm saying? My thing about it is, like I said, if you saw the thumbnail, you already know. Donald Trump is back for a second go round. And my only question is, if your life ain't changed the first time, with Donald Trump being in the chair, what make you think gonna change the second time? Not just for him. Because for some reason, black people think their life changed when they get a president.
Right.
When I got a black president, when I did, niggas still struggling, niggas still don't own nothing. Because you got to understand now, it ain't about a few dollars. Let's go back to the basics. If you as a person don't own land, you can't feed yourself. You can't grow food. You don't own land. We talking basic necessities now. Food, water, clothing, shelter. We don't own none of it. Well, we got our own clothing line right here. But you get what I'm saying. Until we can acquire that at a magnitude to where we can throw our weight around, we're gonna always be participants in other people's world. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And that's what people got to understand. No matter who the president is, you don't own shit. It's just like reparation. I say not give us money, give us a system. Because the money gonna come and go.
Right.
Give us a system where we can create money and print money every month so that money never stops. That's what people, they call it currency, cash flow. It has to move. And if they just give us the money, we're going to blow it and we will be back in the same situation we was before. This is the difference with the Seminoles, the Indians. We spoke about this a couple days ago. The Seminoles Indian, James Billy, I think it was at the time, was the chief or whatever. Don't quote me, but the chief. What they did was they didn't get a lump sum of money like some other cultures of Indian descent did. What they did was, I'm sorry. They did get a lump sum of money. I'm sorry. They got that lump sum of money and they went to buying those casinos. And this is one of the ways they pay their tribe every month. That's a system. Other tribes got money from the government, but the government got a lot of say-so into their culture. Not the Seminoles Indian. You can't come out there on the reservation. I know too many people out there on the reservation. You know what I'm saying? You cannot come out there. You cannot come out there. Don't give a damn nobody tell you. Don't go out there with that bullshit. But this is one of the things they did. They built a system that cranked money out. Now, if we did that as black folks, instead of taking reparation, let's take a system. And this system is going to pay us, just as the Hard Rock is paying their people. Now, you need to study that, what I just told you. Because if we do anything other than that, we're going back broke. We're going to be back in the same situation, and we can't throw this reparation card out no more. It's over with. What you think about that, bro?
My question is this, though. Do you think that would work with us as a people? Like what the Native Americans were able to do with getting the casinos and then spreading the wealth amongst everybody. Do you think that could work with us?
I think that if we come up with a system to where it has to work and it'll just weed out those that don't qualify. But, we do it strategically and we do it fairly. So it's on you. You know what I mean? We have to put in lights how important this is. So for those who don't get it, and then we could do. But we need this system.
So would it be like in this system, being plain devil advocate, right?
Yeah.
Are we having one leader or are we having a board? And then my second question is this: how do we participate? So when everybody get their reparations, do you opt in to be a part of this? And if you don't opt in, you just go about your business? Or everybody got to opt in?
That's a good example. I would say you have a choice, right? And I think that if you have a choice to say you just want your lump sum, cool, you could do that, right? Or you can say, well, I want to be a part of this system where I'm going to continuously make money, which makes more sense, right? But we also have to put forth the proper education to educate all to say, if you take this option, this is what this looks like, and this is what this looks like. So now you can make your own decision. Right? But there's going to be benefits, perks that comes with those who stick with this system, because anybody in business know money that sits ain't no good. It's like pouring water out of a jug. You know, eventually you're gonna go broke. You know, if you pouring out, not putting in, you're going broke. I don't care how much money you got. Like, there's so many examples of lottery winners, 50 million, 30 million. Like, we know these examples, and it's simple: pouring water out and not putting none in. So that's a good ass. That's a good example of some of the approaches that we could take. Cause I wouldn't want to just say, hey, you gotta do this.
Right.
But it'll be in your best interest too.
I love what the Native Americans were able to do.
Right.
Me per se, what I would think our people would thrive better would be this. I feel like instead of giving everybody reparations, I feel like they should give us a state or two, right? And it'd be like, okay, we're gonna take the state of Florida and Georgia. There's gonna be, I don't know how they would call it, but this would be the black states.
Right.
If you choose to move to this state and you're of this descendant, you're this race, you don't get taxed, right? And the only people that can own businesses is of this descendant, this race, right? I feel like that would be a perfect way. So you wouldn't even have to opt in. You live here, you're a resident, you got a license. So if I live in the state of, for example, Florida, and Florida's one of these states, so I would choose to move here, right? Now, in my state, I'm not getting taxed. We're policing ourselves. We're store owners. We're land owners, right?
Right.
We're governing ourselves. I would feel like that would be better,
Right.
right? So we'll be part of the United States, but it kind of be like the District of Columbia. You know, we're separate from, but we're in collective of the United States. I think that would work better for us as a people, rather than everybody get reparations. Because, like you said, it's gonna be blowed, right? You give XYZ Bob over here $200,000. So here you go, reparations.
Like you say, like speaking on that term like that, what about the Amish?
What about the Amish? The way they operate?
How they operate to how we operate. And they right here in the States.
They're more cultural driven, you know.
Yeah.
But I go a step further with what you said. Instead of us doing exactly what you said,
Yeah.
because we must understand we've not been free, we just been assimilated.
Correct.
Basically,
Wow.
Basically just saying,
Whoa.
okay, y'all free, but y'all still have to be living under this dictatorship that's ran by us.
Right.
So exactly what you're saying, but 100% detached from them. So, because like if you free, right? If you're really free, you have your own democracy,
Right.
your own republic, your own presidency, your own construct or your own framework of how your people should be living.
Right.
We're not. We're just been assimilated under one umbrella that's still ran by the same people.
Correct.
So I agree with you 100%, but I would just say let's find ways to detach from them, because as long as we're playing under their jurisdiction, bro, they're gonna always find a way to stay on top.
Right.
So I do agree with that.
Yeah. My thought process is basically like Black Wall Street, but on steroids.
Basically.
And if you don't know about Black Wall Street, I encourage you to do a little research and find out exactly what Black Wall Street was. And if we could have that on a greater scale, I think that would be phenomenal.
Facts.
Right?
Exactly.
Because you take us and you put us, if we decide to, put us in our own state. Like bro said, we govern ourselves. It's so important to police ourselves, right? Because after slavery, that's what we had. We had our own communities. They didn't want to be with us. We asked to be integrated into their system. And that's a mistake that we made, right? So we need to give a choice to opt out. I don't want to be a part of somebody else's system. I don't want to follow somebody else's religion. I don't want to be policed by somebody else. I don't want other people teaching my kids. I don't want nurses nursing my parents. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to see faces, and I want to be comfortable with my neighbor, and know if they're judging me, they judge me by my character and not by my skin color.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I think reparations, like bro said, you know, having Donald Trump in office, it could be Obama, it could be Bill Clinton, it could be Bush. It's the same thing. It could be Biden. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
With Trump coming back in office, I don't see no change going to happen.
Nah.
Right? All he's
At
talking
all.
about is getting rid of the migrants. Okay, cool. After that, then what?
Right.
But remember this. He also said he was going to build that wall. That didn't happen.
Never happened.
Right? So there's a lot of things Trump said was going to happen, never happened. But I could care less, right? Because who's in office does not dictate what happens in my house. It does not dictate my bank account. It does not dictate my beliefs, my actions. We still going to be good regardless. We still going to be eating regardless.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
And that's
if it's Kamala
Like
Harris,
really, like on other podcasts, we talked about a lot of time when we talking about what changes Trump make and how the president makes.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what the opinion I think it makes.
what was that?
And it's cattle. You cut it, hold it in your head, take it out, and put more confidence in your head that hey, it's gonna change.
Right.
That change.
Right.
People are getting led by cattle because they thinking now. You think about what they did. Kamala Harris, they made her run for president. Had her run for president.
Right.
Right. What that did was gave women hope that they can be more over a man.
Do you believe that's why they made her run?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Think about it. They knew that she wasn't gonna win it.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta think about it. People fighting and arguing about that.
Yeah,
Look at the men who don't like Trump. When sitting on long lines, and they call it Gallup poll again, long lines because she's a woman for being in charge of this psychosis country. Think about it.
I got a question for you. Do you think that's a form of ignorance? Now, mind you, I don't have a dog in the fight.
No,
Right.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's control. Control. It's like cattle. They're
perception.
leading us to what they want us to know. So, like you say, with her being the vice president, by stepping down, it made the election more powerful.
Right.
It brought more women to the front point. It brought more men to the front point to want to vote.
Yeah.
They added to what they wanted. They control.
I feel
That's a bunch
just
of
to touch
bullshit.
on that, if I can. This is what I feel about Kamala Harris. During the Biden administration, I've never been a fan of Kamala Harris. But I believe Kamala Harris, and if I'm saying her name wrong, please excuse me, Kamala, when she decided to run, I feel like the president, the acting president, sitting president of the United States is not capable of running this country. I feel like he should have stepped aside a long time ago. We didn't have a better candidate to run against Donald Trump. But when Kamala Harris did, I give her credit, when she did stand toe-to-toe with Donald Trump, she showed that she was capable of being the president of the United States.
But here we go again. It's not about what she's capable of. It's about the agenda behind the whole situation.
Right. So let me ask you a question.
They got an agenda.
Which look better? A colored woman, right? Because there have been debates if she's black or not. A colored woman that got, she sat in the Senate. She was a former attorney, or a felon running this country. Which one looks better to a foreign country?
But here we go again. All right. I said a conversation with the same thing earlier, a couple weeks ago. I asked him, if everything you watch on TV is programmed, stage, sports is stage, you think the election ain't staged?
No, of course.
So so we having that about she's this and she's that. It's all staged. They created this. They created this
BS, basically.
for us to manipulate us.
Right. I get.
So
I get that aspect.
maybe Trump ain't really that. Maybe she ain't really this. But they created the debate.
I get what you're saying. Like, who would be better to run?
Right.
But see, I had a conversation too. They're saying what Trump did and got away with. If we did it, we get 30 years in prison.
No, we get more than 30 years in prison.
I'm just saying, you know, like
yeah, they'll
But
bury us in the jail.
This is how I look at it, though, bro. A lot of the shit that go on with the presidency and America has nothing to do with the people.
No.
You know what I mean? They want us to sit and support the fucked up decisions that they made to govern their lives.
Right.
And make us think that we have some type of say-so. We don't. At the end of the day, you're wasting your precious time on earth. I'd rather you go smell the roses. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather you go walk on the beach.
Right.
I'd rather you do anything than to participate in this bullshit. Because at the end of the day, bro, this is a republic. This is not a democracy. You feel me? This is not where the people run anything, right?
Correct.
So it's like at the end of the day, who gives a fuck?
people
All
are
these people
disliking you for this
crying.
president. People are disliking you because you got a Trump hat on or a Kamala Harris hat. They dislike you. They
But
hate
you know what
you for
that does, though? It just shows the ignorance of American people. Because for one, I would never advocate for another man to govern me. Like you said, what goes on in my house, I never met Trump, I never met Kamala, I never met none of them motherfuckers.
Right.
God gave me my life. I'm not running behind this buffoonery, bro. It never worked then, never gonna work. Nothing that they create that involves people is going to work. It's just you're wasting your time. You can wear a Trump hat, Kamala hat, Obama hat. You
Trump
can do what
sneakers.
you want. And the crazy part about it is, like I said, in today's society, the way things are going with corporatocracy, which is corporations running societies, that's really what it is. Trump and Kamala ain't got no motherfucking power at all.
No power.
No power at all.
So
They
hold on.
powerless,
So
bro.
they sit on podiums and on TV stands talking all
Listen,
this
dog.
with no power.
They are powerless.
Powerless.
They cannot change your life. What I'm basically trying to tell you is the way the world is running for poor people, the future you are becoming more poor than the present you. And most people can't even fathom that.
Wow.
Why? Because the construct of what we live in is not governed by me or you. It's them. Why are we following these people hoping they're going to change our lives? And God looking at all us like, y'all got to be crazy. I gave y'all common sense for a reason.
Now I got a question.
It's called the White House
Is it
for a
is it-
reason.
has it gotten worse, or has it always been like this, or is it more so in our face now?
Of course. It's been in our face,
Yeah.
right? Getting worse. It definitely ain't getting better because like I told you, it's no more middle class.
Right.
The middle class, the water has risen to their cheeks.
Right.
Now everybody's screaming. Cause they see what was going on then now they see the plan.
Right.
That's no more middle class, just upper class, lower class. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I say, the rabbit hole goes way deeper than this presidency. Those who know, right? You got to understand, dog, like I be saying all the time, even the language we use. Okay, I'm gonna go. Let's go deeper, right? Right. Excuse me. If you're a preacher, or whoever your religious advisor is, I guarantee you, they're literally dumbfounded to what religion is. You have they don't even understand the language that is being spoken in our language. They got it like most high priests know. You got to know the book of the dead. You got to know the book of book of Enoch. There's books that we don't even have access to, right? That you have to know in order to even know anything about religion.
Right.
Anything and I'm gonna say this. People were talking crap when I said this. I said if the Bible had any significant power to help black people or people in general get out of their current situation, it would have never been introduced to us.
Correct.
Why? There's books, right, that the Vatican have that they're never going to give us. And people got to understand when it comes to masonry and stuff like this, let me just give them one secret or so. There's geometry, how they build our current primary houses in America, which is squared, right? There's that geometry traps negative energy. You couldn't tell that to a house builder if he's not a Mason or he's not in these secret societies. They call them secret societies because they're secrets, right? Why you think these people who know they have pyramids in the back of their house that they go sit under, they pray under, they got pyramid hats. Our nose is built like pyramids. There's so much hidden knowledge that the average person don't know when it comes down to how we live. To the presidency is the last motherfucking thing you should be worried about. This is a clown show, bro.
Right.
Just that small information, right, should let you know you don't know half of what's going on in this world. This bullshit they putting up, this is entertainment, bro. You feel me? Most people that right now, if you ask them the difference between what is a democracy and a republic, I bet $100, bro, they couldn't tell you. If y'all watching right now, and this is y'all know, we here to learn from each other. This is a community. This is no shame. This is how we put it all out there. If you're around somebody right now, right, just ask them, do you know the difference between a democracy and a republic? Start looking at how uneducated people are when it comes to the presidency. And when Donald Trump won, you got people crying and quitting their jobs. Some was even said people commit suicide.
Shaving their heads.
It just shows the ignorance that we've been led into, right? Because everything that we do in our daily lives comes from them. They taught us this bullshit. Who's to blame? You can't blame me. I didn't teach you this or held information from you. It's them. And like I say, we keep participating as if these people gonna change up. They're not. And I just gave you a fucking, bro, I just gave you a micro information to what that's out there that people don't know. Like I say, you think you breathing air? Most people never heard of prana.
Whoa.
Like,
say it again. They never
prana.
What?
Most
Wow.
people,
Wow.
bro, water is the biggest scam in the world.
Water?
Water.
So water.
They scammed the shit out of us about water.
So they got a
H2O.
H2O.
H2O, the biggest scam in the
Wow.
world. Water. Never taught us about H3O.
Hold on. No, I ain't heard about that.
Real
I ain't never heard about
alive
that.
water. That's alive water.
I know
That's live
H3O.
water. H3 watermelon. The watermelon family, melons family. It's so much. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. We going ass backwards, bro. I'm talking ass backwards. Most of our women don't know their biology, and it's not y'all fault. Most of our women will dye their hair or put relaxers in their hair to make it straight and long, and basically makeup and all these things. It basically gets you further away from your original characteristics, your primary characteristics as who you are, and by default, you start becoming someone else. Cause most can't even go to the store without the lashes on, without the this on, that on. That just basically means I can't be myself. I have to transform, and it's not y'all fault. If you knew, like I said in the Book of Enoch, if you knew the fallen angels that came down and taught women how to use makeup, why to use makeup, why to put on jewelry to become promiscuous. You feel me? Like I say, bro, just to be a woman over sexualizing yourself, that's a demonic act. The devil was a handsome guy.
He was the most handsome.
Why you think when you see a beautiful woman or man, no homo, pause. If you see a beautiful person, you're distracted. This is magic. You'll go through all type of shit to be with a woman because she's beautiful. And it's not like you don't know the difference. It's just the society you living in. This is the devil's playground. They're gonna make beauty be, physical. When the real beauty is a person that's equally, right, capable of across the whole playing field, not just beautiful. You have women that's a 5. 5s are the new 10s. Because a woman that doesn't look as good as the next woman, she brings other things to the table that compensates for the lack of her looks. You're going to get a better conversation. You're going to get her more attentive. You're going to get her knowing how to cook. But this is the world we live in that told you that shit. Because you got to go back to who told you this. Who told you to put on makeup? Who told you to do that? It go for all us, though.
True.
They do this shit in ways that we're not paying attention through TV, radio, influence, movies. Hollywood play one of the biggest roles of this shit.
True.
We know Hollywood. Hollywood comes from a holly tree.
True.
You put smoke to it, it makes you evaporate. It makes you hallucinate. All this shit is smoke and mirrors. When you start breaking down real knowledge, the fucking presidency is the last thing on your mind. Trust me when I tell you. Why you think they got to keep doing shit like that? They have to keep you distracted. If we didn't go to work, bro, and we stood home with our children every day, we will figure this world out. Most can't because you constantly moving and grooving. You're constantly, you feel me? We talked about this a lot of times. Our children go to schools, and the school have your children more than you have them.
Yep.
What the hell you think they doing to them? Getting them ready for the next generation. School is a 12-step brainwash camp. Why you think people go to work for people they never met? Willingly. No gun to their head or nothing. That's fucking conditioning, man. This shit ain't gonna never stop until we control point A. We trying to basically, just like black relationships and this and that, all we do is speak of the effects of what's happening to us, not the primary problem.
Wow. So say it again, Papa Doug.
All we try to do is we speak of the effects of what's going on with us. The effects, but not the primary problem.
Wow.
Us as black men, we haven't controlled our women for
Never.
I don't know how many years. Meaning, our black women don't look up to us. And y'all are gonna say, why we don't? Who's painting the perception of black women and men?
Oh wow.
TV. I didn't sign Sexy Red to get out there to talk about fuck her baby daddy. And if you 40 or you 30, you might can say, but what about the 10 and 15 years old that's listening to this shit? They getting conditioned.
Yes.
They getting ready.
Yes.
These people own TV, radio. They own all this shit. I told you, TV ain't a television. It ain't a television. And this is why I say anything can be weaponized, bro. We have projections of things and people that we don't control. We don't see examples of families, women, men. We don't see it. We got to stop we just got to understand, bro, we've been placed into this arena and we fighting each other and we don't have the power or the perception to change the way we see a woman. Name me a group of black men. I'm sure, name a widespread group of black men that dress accordingly, that talk accordingly to where women can look up to. And then name a variety of black women, dress accordingly, respectable, know how to play their role, that men can look up to. Where's that? Or who's controlling that perception? You see what I'm saying? So when it's like coming to school. If I got you for 12 years, and I got you when you go home, and I got your friends, I got your family, I'm painting perception, right? As to what you see. And all you doing is fighting and bickering about the effects of what I've painted for you. That's how strong that shit is.
Right, but that falls back into what I said about, I personally feel like we need our own state or two.
Exactly.
Right, because
I agree.
We've been programmed for so long. I'm talking about, this is beyond the beginning of the United States. This is probably from the beginning of time, right? Or whenever white man decided that they wanted to go against the grain,
right,
or do the opposite of what we're supposed to do, right? Like bro said, he's speaking of the Book of Enoch. Book of Enoch was removed from the Bible for a reason, right?
Of course.
Religion is the biggest detriment to our people, right? Everything that you hear on any news media, the internet, the radio, the TV, all I ask, if you have any common sense, a little bit, just think. Just stop and go, now, is this really true? Or can I think a little deeper, right? Because at the end of the day, critical thinking is so important, right? And I feel like if you don't have critical thinking, or you can't think with some kind of, they call it sense. You got some sense.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, then you shouldn't be allowed in the new states, right? Because all that Trump being in office and this, it wouldn't matter no more.
At all.
Right? Because now we could teach our kids what we want to teach them, but we should also, that white man religion got to stay behind, because that's one of our biggest, that's our biggest straw on our back, is religion. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if that follows with you, and if you're praying to the white man in the sky, then you lost, right? And everything that everything that bro said is true, right? So all that has happened. Now it's kind of like, what's next? That's my biggest thing. What's next?
What's next?
Okay, we've been fucked over for hundreds of years. What's next? Right? I can't keep blaming the white man because of X, Y, Z. What's next? I can tell you what I can control. I can control the woman I'm with. I can control how the children that's around me think, right? That I can control. You can control it. You can control it. We build a community. Our community thinks the same way, so forth, so forth, so forth. But if you continue living amongst these people, if you keep living amongst your oppressors, you will be oppressed for the rest of your life.
Bam. That go to that. Bam.
You get what I'm saying?
Even allowing them to educate you.
Right.
Even allowing them to.
I'm telling you, when I hear my oppressor speak, all I hear is wonk, 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 wonk. It's like Charlie Brown.
And you know what, too? These oppressors, fast forward 2024, ain't just for black folks or Latinos. It's for white people too. They oppressing y'all too.
Right.
I told you, slavery went from private to public.
Right.
It's and this is crazy. Like, you ever heard of the term, right? Notorious manumission, right?
No, I never heard of. What is that?
That's basically when black folks was awarded for doing good deeds, right?
Right.
These good deeds fell up under this. If you saved the white man's life or his property,
Right.
that was considered a good deed,
Right.
right? If you invented something that can make a white man money,
Right.
this is how a lot of these inventions was stolen, right?
Right.
Patents and shit. If you can invent something to make a white man money, you was rewarded. Also, if you spoke of blacks speaking about being rebellious or running away or trying to go against what's going on and rise up, if you told on them, you was rewarded. And what you was rewarded with was freedom.
Right.
So they taught us how to be a snitch. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the matter of fact, one of the most prominent black inventors was Elijah McCoy, and he invented a whole bunch of slew of shit. Right, had a lot to do with Ford. Ford made a commercial said, "This is the real McCoy."
Right.
Those who know that was a slap in the face.
Wow.
And this is why I say, you 100% right, bro. Long as we still living under the construct, and this go for white people too. That's my biggest thing. This shit ain't about no color. Now you got a few white people. Let's break the white people thing down, because I've had this happen a lot of times. Let's do it. I categorize white folks in 3 categories. 1, you got white people that just want to live. They got black friends. They just want to take trips and fill the scrapbook up with memories. They just want to live, right? Then you got white folks that I feel are beneficiaries. They benefit from being white because of what's going on as far as the amenities whites may get. They don't necessarily hate black people, but they don't necessarily fuck with black people. They just white. They get the benefits. They can walk in the bank. They can do this. They can do it. Then you got crackers. Crackers don't like blacks.
Right.
Crackers don't like white people.
Right.
Crackers don't like the beneficiaries.
Right.
Because if you got black friends and your children have black friends and you married black people, crackers don't like you. If you ain't for the cause, but you're benefiting from being white,
Right.
but you ain't for the cause, you ain't finna wave these flags, you ain't finna come to these meetings, they don't like you neither.
Right.
Crackers don't like none of the above.
So
man.
basically, crackers don't like if you're not the right type of white person.
Exactly. If you
Right.
ain't for the cause, you dead weight. This is eugenics.
Right.
That, like you were saying, we got to get rid of
Right.
the white, what they call them, wiggers.
Yeah, the Wiggers.
We got to get rid of the riggers.
Right.
We got to get rid of the. If they ain't for what we for, it's weakening us. Same exact what you're saying.
That's
Exactly.
why
100%.
a lot of white people don't understand the fact that, a lot of Trump supporters, like I said, that's the matrix level, right? We could all agree that's all matrix level. But a lot of Trump supporters don't realize Trump don't fuck with you. Let me tell you something. Trump is from where I'm from. Trump's from New York City.
Right.
Trump could give 2 fucks about no Mexican war in Texas.
Right.
He get 2 fucks about what's going on in Georgia. He get 2 fucks what's going on in Buffalo, Florida.
Right.
He care less, right? Trump, only color Trump worry about is green, right? So
They talking about red. Them on red.
nah, that cracker,
Show you the red.
all that cracker thing about is green.
Wow. Y'all hear that?
And I don't knock him. You know what I'm saying? Because he done tricked you. He done tricked the Russians. He done tricked everybody. Think he cares. He don't care. He just said the right things to his supporters. But like we said, that's matrix level, right?
Right.
That's the entertainment. That's the wrestling aspect. That's the WWF aspect of it, right? The real steak and potatoes is what we're going to do to get ourselves out of it. You want the red pill, you want the blue pill, right? Do you
All
want
colors.
Do
It
you
go for
want
everybody.
right? We can do a couple things. If they don't want to give us our own state, we do a mass migration back to the motherland or wherever you're from, right? So if you don't want to go to Africa, right? Say you got your ancestry is Haitian, your ancestry is Jamaican, ancestry is Bahamian. Go where your family from, wherever they drop your people off first. But say they dropped you off in America first, which America, they ain't dropped black people here. We was already here.
Already
I don't
here.
know if we have time for that discussion, but we was already here. But I digress. I say this. Say you stay in America. Let's have our kids, instead of going to these prestigious universities, how about we go to HBCUs? Let's hit them where it hurts. I said Trump cares about green, right? So what about all the D1 athletes do what Travis Hunter did? Let's go to HBCU. Let's really hurt them. Let's hit them where it hurts the most. They pockets. So say you got all black, all 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star, go to all HBCU. We ain't going to Alabama.
Yeah.
We ain't going to Georgia. We ain't going to Ole Miss. No, we're going to FAM. We're going to Alabama State. We're going to Howard. So let's see how lucrative your football games is. Let's see how lucrative your basketball games is. Ain't nobody gonna see that shit. Don't nobody want to see Tom shoot, do layups. No, you want to see Jerome dunk it, right? Niggas don't want to see what Peyton Manning doing. They want to see Lamar, right? Why? Because Lamar could do things Tom really couldn't do, right? And that's just how the black man built. We do things that crackers really can't do. And the fact that they allow us, they pay us because we're entertaining them, right? Yep. We're entertaining them, and we entertain ourselves because now we're not paying attention what they're really doing. Yeah. Give LeBron that extension, $60 million. Watch him while they doing this.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Kamala Harris. Look.
And the sad part about it, this is the sad part. This is the biggest trick about it, right? We as blacks, we knew our position for a long time in this country. But it's the white folks that just finding out, or a lot of them been new. We have the same common enemy.
Right.
We all are under the same dictatorship, right? I mean, on a lower level, you could play around with the colors, but at the end of the day, we're all in the same motherfucking dictatorship situation.
I think we got to call it a different name. What dictatorship is a understatement of what we've been under.
Yeah.
Right, because you got the powers that be have been destroying civilizations since the beginning of time. That's what they do. Right. They're destroyers. Right? They go to civilization, they kill, they pillage, they rape, they take, and what they can't destroy, they just try to hide it.
Yeah.
Right? They don't want you to know. Right? Like bro said earlier, he said that women are relaxing their hair. I don't knock it. Right? I don't knock it, but you gotta understand what you're doing. You're relaxing your hair. Your hair's going down. Our hair grows up towards the sun. Mm-hmm. Right? The sun is the giver of all life. Right? Mm-hmm. So by doing that, now you're taking away your power that you have, or even high heels, right? You can take a step further. High heels takes you away from the ground, but you're really supposed to get to the ground, right? You're supposed to be grounding, right? And this is stuff. This is stuff that I would like us to learn and to teach in our new states, right? I'm advocating in new states. I'm advocating towards going back to the motherland, and the motherland could be wherever you're from, right? The motherland could be, like I said, it could be Africa, it could be Grenada, it could be Haiti, it could be anywhere, right? Invest back to where you're from, right? Because to be honest with you, America's going nowhere fast. America's going nowhere fast, and I think the reason that it's going nowhere fast is because now you can't fool us no more. You're going to be fooled if you want to be fooled. If you want to participate in the play, in the Broadway play, by all means, go ahead. But to people like us,
no better,
right?
Yeah,
like Harry S. Truman said, "Buck stops here," right? Yeah. I ain't taking your shit no more, cracker. Now the white man like, oh shit, but see, he ain't worried about us, right? We're just a select few. He got a whole, like you said earlier, he got a whole cattle. He got a whole bunch of sheep. He ain't worried about the stragglers that know the truth. No, he ain't worried about that.
What they say is,
see what they try to do too? It's still hope. And it's in a hope.
Right.
What that? Church?
No, it's in a hope to you.
Of course.
Right.
It's all about hope.
Hope is a drug. Yeah. Right? Hope is a drug that they give you. Religion is a drug that they give you. Right? They don't let you understand the true power that you have. Right? They want you to think that they're the supreme race. It is not about to be honest with you, like bro said, it's not about race at the end of the day. I have white friends, right? I have white friends. I have Asian friends. I have Hispanic friends. It's not about that, right? If you take away color, it's about human rights,
Power control.
right? It's about what you're. It's about as a human being, you should not be taxed or you shouldn't have to pay for water,
To live.
right? You should not have to pay for owning your land. You should not have to pay for gardening your land. You should not have to pay for the what God has given us, right? Who are you to tax this?
You know what's so crazy about that? Right, what you just said? I say this all the time. People be like, oh, I got this money. God bless me with this money. God gonna bless me. Blah, blah. God will not bless you with money to buy some shit that he put here for free.
Right.
Dang.
What the fuck?
That's
Right.
crazy.
Think about that, bro. Why would God bless you with fake money to
Right.
buy real shit? Now, I'm going to tell you some other shit, too. I saw this on the internet, and it intrigued me. You know, buddy he was from Africa. He was saying, so Americans, y'all want to give us fake money for real gold.
Right. Mind blown, isn't it?
God.
Mind blown, isn't it?
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Mind blown, isn't it? I'm telling you something. I'm telling you what's so crazy. Like I said, I know it's strap of time, and it is probably a discussion for another day. But Woodrow Wilson occupied Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
And what Woodrow Wilson did, he went to Haiti's reserves and stole all of Haiti's physical gold.
Mm-hmm.
Took that same gold to all the bankers in New York City and did not have to answer for his crimes.
Right.
To this day.
That's crazy.
To this day.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear this here?
That's an act of war.
Wow.
You do not go to another country, occupy them, steal their gold,
Right.
and not answer for your crimes. Now, mind you, England, America was at one time was owned by England. You didn't go to England and take their gold.
Wow.
Why did you go to this free black nation to do it?
Right.
Wow.
Why? What made you feel like, you know what, fuck you.
Right.
I'm going to your country, I'm taking your shit. And I have to answer to it. Somebody got to answer to it.
Yep.
And not only does somebody have to answer to it, they got to give interest.
Yep.
We want interest, Cracker. France, we want interest. Right? Because what you did was, it was criminal. You're the real terrorist. Those are terrorist-like activities.
Wow.
Not who you're paying, not who you want to pay as a terrorist. That's being a terrorist. Right?
Right.
So, to do things the way they're doing things, they pick and choose, right?
True.
They pick and choose who's the enemy of the state.
That's
Like
how
bro
they
said,
hijack countries.
If you going against America's grain, you're the problem. I have been on this planet long enough to realize we are the true villains. America's the true villain,
Yeah, of course.
right? And I'm not being anti-patriot. I'm not speaking against this great nation. I'm just talking about the powers that be, right?
Right.
I'm not gonna say no names. We know who they are. Google's here, right? Learn.
Right.
I encourage everybody to just learn. The information is out there. They can't hide it anymore. You want to know the truth? Go learn. These ain't speculations. This ain't hypotheses. This ain't theories. These are facts,
Facts.
right? So when bro speak about the book of Enoch, this is something that's real. When you speak about the green tablets, these are real, right? These are real, right? When they talk about what's under the Vatican, that's real. Aren't you curious to know what's under there? Aren't you curious to know?
Those are the books they're not gonna give
Right.
us.
Aren't you curious to know when Putin showed that painting,
Right.
while all of a sudden all that booty holes clenched up?
Yeah. They gotta tell you.
Well, you know, Putin just did that to show y'all, hey man, I got some
But
shit.
This would get me though, right? This is one thing that gets me, right, with black folk. We've been following the white Jesus thing since we was born, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. What gets me is when you start speaking of African deities, people that are more relative to them, right?
Hold on, bro. Say that again. One more time,
African
so
deities.
I can really hear what you're saying.
So when you
Africans, what?
when you speak of African deities or African gods, right? These people, voodoo,
Quick.
hoodoo.
Quick.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Quick.
So my
Wow.
thing is this: it's like, where you think they get all these Marvel actors from?
Right.
Do your research.
Right.
You think they came up with it?
Right.
You think they came up with Batman? Do your research where Batman comes from, bro.
Right.
And this is why I say when you allow a person to educate you, you allow them to take advantage of you.
Why do you think they do that, bro? I love what you said just now. Why do you think when they speak about blue-eyed Jesus, we just accept it? Right? But when they speak about the deities that were before the Bible was even written,
Right.
these are facts.
Facts.
Why are we so quick as a people to jump and say, no?
I say two reasons. One, brainwashing.
True.
Two, self-hate.
Right.
We've been taught self-hate indirectly to once we start to do it, it seems natural.
So you
And this
basically
is
saying,
strategic.
You basically saying that we don't want to believe that we're kings and queens. Oh my!
A lot of us don't, because if you use common sense, that's just like a dog worshiping a fucking hippo. That's and this is where the Hannibal stories and shit come from. Like Hannibal, the animals on the farm, and old McDonald. It's the same shit, right? So it's just common sense. It's like if you did your research, you ain't even got to do no research, bro. You feel me?
So you're saying are they so arrogant? Like you said, do they like you just said, old McDonald? Do they dangle the truth in our face just as games, just so they be like,
Yeah,
the real McCoy?
Yeah, because because like I say, they have to tell us what they're gonna do to escape karmatic, backlash, right? It's like saying smoking give you cancer, but you bought it.
Right.
So they have to. They always like if you anybody who do any studying, they know they got to always tell you what they're going to do. This is the whole thing with Putin.
Right.
They got to tell you.
Right.
This is with the cabal. If you know one of the main things they have to do,
Right.
they have to tell you what they're going to do.
Right.
You see what I'm
And just so
saying?
people understand, we're not anti any race or any religious group. We're more pro-black and more pro-truth. Right? So I think a lot of people feel like, and it's crazy when you do speak on wanting better for our people, we're all automatically stemmed as the bad guy, right?
Right.
If you want better for your people, look at him, look at him. He wants to be one. He wants to be such and such, right? The Honorable Louis Farrakhan speaks all the time, and he's shunned, right? People don't want to. He'll very rarely go viral, right? He'll very rarely go viral, but he should be going viral every day. And we should not only should he go viral, while he's here with us, we should want more speeches and more talks from him, right? Because when he speaks, he's feeding us, right? He speaks truth, right? So while he's here, we should give the Honorable Louis Farrakhan thanks, and appreciate him and his knowledge that he shares with us, right? Because that's one of the leaders that the true leaders, right? Not the one that the powers that be chose for us, that wants us to celebrate, that they give the national holidays to, right? We gotta pay attention to the people that the powers that be shun. If they shun them, pay attention to them, because there's a reason why they don't want us listening to them.
Of course.
Wow.
Right? There's a reason why they don't want us to hear the Honorable Louis Farrakhan speak. There's a reason why Malcolm X doesn't have a holiday.
And this is why I say, when they hand you something on a platter,
Right.
that's a dead giveaway. Because these people aren't here to help you do shit.
No.
If you look at the movie, and we're gonna wrap it up. I know we got to get up out of here.
Okay.
But if you look at the movie with the slave man,
Glory? Roots?
not Roots.
Amistad?
The The one that they allowed to go around from camp to camp teaching Nat Turner.
Oh yeah.
If you look at Nat Turner, right? Once they was able to, and this is the same thing. This has got a lot to do with the Willie Lynch letter and all that. Basically, they wasn't allowed, because you got to understand, there was a law called the anti-literacy law.
Wow.
Where if you, as a slave owner, was caught teaching slaves how to, educate them, read and write, you was punishable by fines. But if you was a slave,
say that again, bro. Say that again.
it's real. It's called the anti-literacy law.
So it was a law.
There was a law that prohibited blacks from being able to be educated, right?
Wow.
If as a slave owner, if you was caught, right, educating slaves how to read and write, you was punishable by fines. If you was a slave and you got caught teaching other slaves how to read and write, you was punishable by death. Now, if you look at the movie Nat Turner,
Wow.
they took away all that, but they allowed him to go around to each camp preaching the Bible. Why?
Because they want to teach. They want that submission beyond you.
Yeah.
Right.
Once you align principles or a belief system around your reality, and you align it with religion,
Right.
it becomes infinite.
So is that modern day?
Of course.
What's it called?
Of course. Of course.
When they go around in the countries, the what do they call them? Not ministries, but
Jehovah's Witnesses?
no. You know when they go to the countries and they want to preach the word and they
Mission.
want to spread Christianity. What's that?
A mission trip.
Mission trip.
That's what it is.
Right.
Wow.
You got to think, if you do your history, you go back to Rome. How do you think they took over all these different places? They used religion. And if you didn't practice Christianity back then, you was exiled, you was killed, you was put in front of in the Olympics, you was put out there in front of the tigers and bears for entertainment. Even witches, right? If you look back with the witches, witches wasn't a bad thing. Witches was the ones cooking up herbs and going against big pharma or going against the system. So they made it where witches was a bad thing. If you go look back at the witch hunt, the witch trials and all that shit, they got rid of all the. Now I ain't saying witches can't be bad. Anything can be bad. I'm not saying that, but they give us these different projections through Hollywood, just like everything else. They the one that fine tune the channel.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because like I say, this is a receiver, and all they did was. But I always speak about a papal bull, and I promise you, if you go to your preacher, he don't know what a papal bull is. It's just where the Pope gave permission for discoverers to go to other places and subjugate, pillage, destroy, take, but mainly convert to Christians.
Wow. Insane.
So when you see people speaking about white Jesus and this and that, it's like you forfeit. It's like herding. When you herding, you give up. When you herd, or you'll get a part of the herd, right? For like a belief system. When you become a part of the herd, you forfeit your personal beliefs
Right.
for the herd.
Right.
So whatever you believe and what you think, out the window. You forfeit that for the herd. So you become a follower. These are social norms. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these are strategies they use to control us without us even knowing.
You know, my question is
Silent weapons for quiet wars. That's what it is.
say that again.
Silent weapons for quiet wars.
That's the most. That's probably the most gangsters thing said today, right?
Put it on a shirt.
And
Hey,
that's
Hey.
you might
Yeah.
say that again, so people that say
Yeah.
that again.
silent weapons
Silent
for
weapons.
quiet wars. Go
Quiet
get the
wars.
book.
Well,
There's
that's
a
great.
book.
That's insane.
And again, like you said, we just here speak the truth.
Right.
This is a community.
Right.
No backlashing, but we have to be real and raw with what we're doing. You see what I'm saying? And like I say, we learn from each other, and I just hope people take something from these podcasts. Like, we don't got time to be sitting around popping, dancing, and doing all that. Listen, man, time is running out. It is running out, and we're gonna. If you follow me on my day-to-day YouTube, you can go to Papa Duck really on all platforms from IG, TikTok, Facebook. I don't do the Twitter a little bit no more because Twitter done turned to some other shit. But YouTube, follow my backup page on there, and the community, man. I appreciate y'all for just giving us the opportunity to be heard. Y'all know how we come, man. You know what I'm saying? Won't mean no harm, but we definitely got to put it out there like it is, and we're gonna continue to do that. We're going to Ubuntu. I keep getting a lot of people asking me about what does this mean. If you go to the website, right, in the hat, go to ubuntuapparel.com. You'll see where the kids are sitting, and they're sitting, and their feet is making a circle. Read what's up under there, and it's going to give you the true definition of what Ubuntu means. And it basically means I am because we are. We are collectively as one. How can I be happy if everybody else is sad? This is why we chose this as a clothing line. This is like fashion with a purpose. You feel me? It represents something. It has a real meaning, real story. This is a real crazy part about it is I get a lot of other cultures when they see me with it out. They know about it. You know what I'm saying? They know what Ubuntu means. So it's like, look, man, we're going to bring it to the forefront, and we just doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's it. We ask for support, and that's all we can ask for, man. So definitely hit the share button.
Subscribe button.
Subscribe, because it's free. Yeah. And like I say, man, put comments. We got a big community. We all learn from each other, man. This is something that's not going to waste your time. We talk about real things, right? And like I say, man, just come be a part of the tribe, man. Come be a part of this, man, and we're going to learn and get some things going. So we got to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all miss me. I know y'all miss Steve.
Y'all know I'm here.
Definitely, man. President Page on here dropping that shit.
Man. I appreciate it, man, because
President Page, man.
I feel like if more black men came together, sat together, spoke about important facts and things that's going on in the community. We don't always have to speak about sports and entertainment, what's going on the internet. If we just spoke about some meaningful things, man, I think our situation would be much better. And I appreciate you guys for allowing me to come today. And hopefully I come on in the future. You know what I mean?
Man.
Anytime,
you got a seat right over there now, Paige. A seat right there for you now.
I appreciate it.
Right there, a seat right there for President Page.
And thanks to the tribe too, man, because I love this.
Definitely. So listen, man.
Y'all know what it is. We wrapping it up all the way this way, like wrapping up this way, wrapping up that way. But get what? Pop It Up Podcast is here to stay, man.
Right.
And we're going to start by taking calls.
Yeah.
We're going to start by taking calls, man. So
Is this called live?
Live.
Oh, my God.
Hey, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to put it out here right now. Orlando Florida Classic, y'all catch Pop Duck in traffic. I'm going to put it out there. Now, keep your eyes open for him. I'm going to tell y'all, catch him in traffic.
That green machine?
I'm going to tell y'all, keep your eyes open.
Yeah, I'm speaking on the 17th, and I'm hosting a couple things.
17th?
Yeah.
Okay.
We hosting a couple things.
Okay.
But I'm gonna put all that information up.
Right.
Okay, we're gonna put it all up. But yeah, man, if you coming down, man, like I said, it's all love, man. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? We're here to enjoy this human experience. There's no egos over here, man. If you got an issue, man, you can come talk. We brothers, we sisters, bro. We don't have to do all the rah-rah. We ain't doing all that.
No.
Come talk, man. Let's you know what I'm saying? Life is beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay? So with that being said, man, I love y'all. Keep supporting. And like I tell y'all all the time, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost.
President Page, thanks for stopping by, man. You know what it is, man. It's all love. Bomb, bomb, bomb.